is x times y greater than 0? So the only way for that to be true is if x is positive and y is positive, or if x is negative and y is negative. So we can rephrase our question here as, do x and y have the same sign? Statement 1 says, x minus y is greater than negative 2. Okay, so let's see what we can come up with here. So let's say x is 5 and y is 3. So x minus y is going to be 2, which is greater than negative 2. So this works. And in this case, in terms of our question, x and y have the same sign. So this is a yes. Can we come up now with an example where they would have different signs? And I can think of, what about 5 minus negative 3? Because then we are adding 3 to 5, and so that's even further away. And so here we would have a no, because they have different signs. Statement 2 says, and so that's enough to make that first statement insufficient. Now statement 2 says x minus 2y is less than negative 6. So we need an x, a y, a 2y, and x minus 2y. And then we got to answer our question, is xy greater than 0? So let's think about this. So if I have, I can make x negative and then subtract a positive from it. So let's say x is negative 1 and y is 5. Then 2y should be 10. And so I got negative 1 minus 10, which should be negative 11. And in this case, x and y have different signs. So this would be a no to our question. So can I get values where x and y have the same sign? And sure, so if I say, I can do the same thing, so make x equal to positive 1. And so in this case, so negative 9 is less than negative 6, so this works. But in this case, x and y have the same sign, so now I have a yes, and this guy would be insufficient. So now, let's see, can I use any of my examples here for my first statement? So x minus 1, or x minus y has to be greater than negative 2, and it doesn't look like I can reuse any of these guys. So maybe I might, you're gonna have to sort of press the reset button here. And what I'm gonna actually do is, now that I have two inequalities, if I'm looking at them together, I'm gonna try and combine them to see if they can get me together to tell me some more information. So if I got x minus y is greater than negative 2, so I can always add inequalities when their sign is facing in the same direction. So I'm just going to flip this guy around to be saying, and negative 6 is greater than x minus 2y. This means x minus y plus negative 6, or just x minus y minus 6, is greater than negative 2 plus x minus 2y. And so what does this mean? So it looks like my x's on either side cancel out. I can add my 2y over here just to get y, and then add my 6 here. So y has got to be greater than 4. So what does this tell us? So it might seem like, okay, that doesn't tell us anything about x, but now let's think about this for a bit. So if I know y has to be greater than 4, and my real question now becomes, I don't really care about if it's greater than 4 or not. I care if it's greater than 0, which greater than 4 means it has to be. So this means y has to be positive. So is it possible for x to be negative, let's say? And here we can look just at this first statement. That is not possible, because if we subtract some number greater than 4 from a negative, it's never going to be greater than -2. So in this case, y is going to, x is going to also have to be some positive number, and it's going to have to be a positive number greater than 4 most likely. So based on that, x is also going to be, x can't be negative, so it has to be positive, meaning together we know x and y are both positive, and they are sufficient. C. That's kind of a tricky one, though.